I am the Lord, and today I come to speak to your heart. There is something important that you need to hear and understand carefully. There is someone prowling around your life, a subtle presence, trying to get closer, infiltrating your home and your peace. This invisible threat is not just physical, but can touch what is deepest in you. That's why I've come to warn you and prepare you. Open your eyes and ears, be attentive to every word, because what I am about to tell you is to protect what is most precious. This is the time to strengthen your heart, to watch carefully, because this message brings something that could change your life. Throughout this video, words will touch your heart and open your eyes to something you may not even know you need. Right now, I want you to focus on what I'm about to say and listen to me until the end. Because at the end, something powerful will happen for those who stay with me, a promise and a transformation that can bring renewal and strength to your life. Have you ever thought about what you would do if you lost what you love most? Think for a moment, honestly. Try to visualize everything you value, the people you love, the moments you hold close to your heart, the hopes that still live in your mind. Imagine that, from one moment to the next, these things are at risk. Think about it, son. And know that I'm not saying this to frighten or discourage you, but to warn you. It's important to understand that there is a presence that surrounds your life, a presence that often hides in the shadows and watches, waiting for a moment to infiltrate where there are gaps. This enemy, this threat, is subtle. It doesn't appear with a clear warning, it doesn't present itself in a frightening way that makes you immediately recognize it. On the contrary, it disguises itself, taking on forms that seem ordinary, something that could be anywhere. It knows you well, it knows what is precious to you and how to manipulate your emotions, the points where you are most vulnerable, and it uses all this to enter your life. This enemy, son, is cunning. He never acts in an obvious way, because he knows that you would react, that you would defend yourself. He approaches subtly, often disguising himself in words you hear from other people, thoughts that arise in your mind and even in everyday distractions. It's those seemingly harmless distractions, the little things that occupy your attention while you could be focused on what really matters. It sneaks in unnoticed, always looking for ways to throw you off track, to take away from you what is most precious. How does this enemy work? First of all, it uses your own emotions against you. And this is something you may not have realized before, but it's real. He knows how to manipulate your heart in moments of weakness. He knows what makes you feel discouraged, tired, unmotivated. How many times have you felt the weight of discouragement? This feeling is one of the most effective tools he uses to make you doubt yourself, who you are and what you can achieve. Discouragement makes it seem like your struggles are in vain, that the effort you put in doesn't bring the results you expect. It wants you to believe this, to think that nothing you do is enough. In this way, discouragement sets in and begins to eat away at your strength, without you even realizing it. The enemy also uses fear. How many times have you felt paralyzed when faced with a decision, afraid to move forward or try something new? Fear is a powerful tool. It starts small, sometimes as a doubt, a small fear. But if allowed to grow, fear takes up space inside you. It takes over your thoughts, invades your mind and prevents you from moving forward. This fear can make you question your worth, your faith, your ability to overcome challenges. It wants you to feel that you're not capable, that you're not ready. Deep-rooted fear prevents you from living with freedom and peace. In addition to discouragement and fear, there is also worry, another means by which the enemy tries to infiltrate. Who hasn't found themselves consumed by worry? Little thoughts that arise, especially when you face difficulties, uncertainties. This kind of worry seems natural, but when it becomes constant, it takes on greater proportions and ends up becoming a source of anguish. It makes you doubt the protection that is over your life, the constant presence that I have by your side. The enemy wants worry to occupy your heart, so that you are distracted from what really matters and leave aside what strengthens you. These are all well-planned tactics. They are not random actions, but strategies used to weaken you. He knows your emotions, he knows where the gaps are, and he takes advantage of them to try to get into your life. But today, I am here to open your eyes, so that you can see what is happening and become aware of it. The truth is that you are not alone. I am here, always have been and always will be, to guide you, to give you strength in moments of weakness, to remind you of who you really are. And to help you realize that there is a way to protect yourself from these influences that try to weaken you. Throughout the content of this channel, I bring you messages to strengthen your spirit, to enlighten your mind and help you recognize the dangers that are all around you. It's not just about knowing that there is an enemy, but learning to identify the ways in which he acts and understanding that you have the power to resist these temptations. Every message I bring here is for you to have clarity, for your faith to be renewed and for your heart to be strengthened. It's a way of guiding you so that you can protect yourself and be prepared for whatever comes your way. Son, I want you to go all the way with me today. Don't let anything distract you, let anything make you lose focus of what you need to hear. If you feel that these words touch your heart, if at some point you realize that this is exactly what you need, then join this channel. Subscribe, stay here, because this is a source of light and guidance that will bring strength to your spirit. The importance of protecting your soul and what is most precious to you. I bring you an alert so that you remain attentive and vigilant, because there is a truth that needs to be reinforced. You have blessings in your life, gifts and treasures that have been entrusted to you. And what you have been given deserves protection. People don't always realize the value of what they have, but you, child, are here because something in you recognizes this truth and wants to understand how to protect what is yours. These blessings that you carry, these valuable things that are part of your life, are a gift that cannot be taken away from you. Every day, you have the chance to live, to grow stronger, to cultivate what is good, to preserve what is important to you. And in order to keep these blessings safe, so that no threat touches them, you need to strengthen your soul and be vigilant. Think about the blessings you already have. Look at what is around you and see how there is so much that needs to be preserved. Every little thing in your life has value. Your peace, your family, your health, your faith itself, all of these are part of something bigger, something that has been entrusted to you and that makes sense, and that needs protection so that nothing weakens it. Know that spiritual protection is not something far away, but something that lives within you. And it all starts with the strength you have in your own spirit. When your soul is well, when it is firm, the enemy has no room to infiltrate, he doesn't find gaps to invade what is yours. The enemy knows where your weaknesses are, he observes every detail and tries to take advantage of them. That's why strengthening your spirit and armoring your heart is essential. Faith, son, is your defense, it's what protects you from the invisible dangers that surround your life. Faith is not just an idea or a feeling, it is a fortress that prevents evil from finding a place in your heart. Imagine a house that you love, a safe and secure place. If that house were always open, without doors or locks, anyone could come in and take what they wanted. But if that house is well protected, with strong walls and secure doors, nothing can be stolen. It's the same with your soul. When you strengthen your faith, it's as if you were building secure walls, firm doors and a solid defense around everything you hold dear. And I know, son, that sometimes life can be full of challenges, that you don't always feel strong enough. But what I want you to understand is that, even in the most difficult times, this fortress called faith is what will keep the enemy at bay. Faith doesn't mean you won't have struggles, it means you'll have a powerful defense to face each one. It's faith that makes you stand when everything around you seems to be falling apart, it's faith that brings light when the shadows try to approach. In addition to faith, attention is another essential tool. You see, the enemy works with subtleties, with details. He looks for opportunities, he tries to act where you least expect it. That's why attentiveness is fundamental. When you are attentive, it is easier to see where there is a threat, where there is a temptation, where evil is trying to infiltrate. It's not a question of living in suspicion, but of cultivating a sensitivity so that when evil tries to enter, you notice it before it takes over. And this attention starts with the little things. You don't have to wait for big signs or sudden changes to realize that the enemy is at work. Often, he acts in small attitudes, in thoughts that pass through your mind, in attitudes that seem harmless. It's in the details that he tries to install himself. When you notice these small signs and remain vigilant, the enemy can't gain a foothold, he doesn't find space to act. By valuing what is yours, by recognizing what you have in your life, you are already beginning to build up this defense. If you love what you have, if you value what you've been given, you won't let anything threaten it. And when you value what you have, it's as if you're strengthening the walls of protection around these blessings even more. Every day that you take care of what you love, that you take care of yourself, you are building a stronger, more resistant wall against threats. And understand, child, that this protection is continuous. It's something that needs to be cultivated on a daily basis. Every choice you make, every thought you nurture, every attitude you take is part of building your defense. Every time you choose the good, nurture your faith, practice kindness, it's as if you're adding a new layer of security around the blessings you have. This channel, these words that I'm sharing here, are also a way of helping you to remember these truths. It is so that you can strengthen yourself, so that you are aware of what belongs to you and what must be protected. I want you to know that nothing is by chance, that every word you hear here is to strengthen your defense, to help you maintain peace, love and security in your life. I want you to understand the value of your home and the importance of making it a true refuge. Your home is not only the place where your body rests, but also where your spirit finds shelter and strength. I want you to know that the home has a special purpose in each person's life. It is meant to be a place of peace, security and trust, a spiritual fortress where nothing evil can enter. Think with me, every corner of your home can be a space of serenity and harmony. When you enter your home, it's natural to want to feel welcomed, protected from everything the outside world brings. Your home should be like a shield, a space where you can find tranquility to replenish your strength. This is the purpose of a home and also the responsibility of those who look after it. Nothing that comes from outside should interfere with the peace that should reign inside. The peace of a home is built by those who inhabit it. Every word you say, every action you take within your home, child, counts towards this construction. Think about how your words and attitudes influence the environment. Words of affection, attitudes of understanding and respect are like bricks that make this space stronger, more resistant to any opposing force. Every time you choose to act with love and patience, you are reinforcing the spiritual strength of your home. And just as peace is built, it can be destroyed when there are thoughtless attitudes, hurtful words, and gestures that cause disharmony. Just as a fortress needs to be looked after and kept in order, so does your home. It's an environment that depends on your daily choices to remain firm and protected. For your home to truly become a safe haven, son, you need to invest love and faith in every corner of it. Loving those who live with you, respecting their differences and cultivating patience are ways of shielding the environment from any kind of negativity. Remember that your home is a reflection of everything you carry within you, and harmony begins when you bring this love and peace into your own heart. The peace you feel and show spreads throughout your home, touching every person and every detail. But the peace and protection of a home also need a spiritual basis, something that goes beyond what can be seen. That foundation is your connection with me. Prayer is the key to strengthening the spirit and protecting the lives of those who share this home with you. Prayer is a direct conversation between us. It's the moment and you can open your heart and seek my help, my guidance. When you pray, child, you are not only asking for protection and peace, but also creating an atmosphere where nothing negative can settle. It's as if, with each prayer, you erect a barrier of light around your home, a barrier that prevents evil from entering, that shields your home from any contrary influence. Prayer is a powerful defense that has the power to drive away everything that tries to disturb what you love most. What's more, prayer strengthens you from within, giving you the ability to face any challenge that comes your way. It's a way of remaining firm and vigilant, of not letting difficulties rob you of the peace you so desperately want to preserve. When you pray sincerely, when you seek the divine presence, you receive a peace that is greater than any obstacle. This peace spreads throughout your home, and everyone who lives there also benefits from this protection. You may have noticed that when there is harmony and faith inside your home, any problems outside seem smaller, less threatening. This is because inner peace creates a solid foundation for facing the challenges of everyday life. And this solid foundation comes from choosing to maintain a constant connection with what is divine, a continuous search for God's presence within your home. This presence is what transforms a simple environment into a true refuge, a place where peace is renewed every day. But for this peace to be constant, it is important that each person in the house is in tune with this purpose. Everyone has a role to play in building this environment. And, son, that starts with you. When you take on the responsibility of keeping your heart and mind focused on goodness, love and faith, you are automatically helping to strengthen the environment around you. It's a responsibility, but also a great blessing, because every gesture, no matter how small, contributes to making that place even safer and more secure. Imagine your home as a garden that needs constant care. Just as a garden doesn't grow on its own, but needs attention, water and light, your home also needs dedication. It needs words that nurture, gestures that bring peace and attitudes that spread love. And love is like sunlight for this garden. The stronger it is, the more beautiful and strong your home will be. But it's not enough just to feel love, you have to show it. Each person there has to feel welcomed, respected and safe. That's why, son, I ask you to take care of every detail. Pay attention to the words you use, the gestures you make, the attitudes you choose in your home. It all counts. And, what's more, take the time to talk to me, to strengthen this bond that is the basis of all the protection you want to have in your home. When evil tries to approach, it finds it difficult in an environment where faith is constant, where love is genuine and where peace is a priority. The inner strength you carry and how fundamental it is in every area of your life. We are often led to believe that our strength lies in the possessions we have, in the things we have achieved, or in what we can see and touch. But in reality, your real strength comes from within. What sustains your life and keeps you going in the face of any challenge is something that no material wealth can replace. It's something that comes from your spirit, your heart, and your faith. This inner power does not depend on the circumstances around you. It is beyond what is fleeting, beyond the things that can be taken away or lost. Your strength does not diminish when you face difficulties. On the contrary, it is in difficult times that it manifests itself even more intensely. When everything around you seems to be falling apart, it is this strength that helps you stand up, that keeps you going. And this strength is fueled by your connection with me, something that no outside force can shake or destroy. Prayer is the way to keep this connection strong. Prayer is the most direct way for us to communicate, for you to open up, to seek support, to find peace. It's not just a ritual or a religious practice, it's a real encounter, where you can share every concern, every hope, and receive a peace that goes beyond all understanding. When you pray, no matter where you are creating a space of light around you, an invisible barrier that protects you from everything that tries to steal your peace. I want you to understand that prayer is not just about asking for help or seeking answers. It is also a moment of empowerment, where you remember who you are and what really matters. It is an act of recognizing your own strength and who you are, regardless of what you face. Every time you open up in prayer, you are strengthening yourself, renewing your energy, regaining confidence. You are creating a point of support to continue your journey. By keeping this connection alive, you also become a source of peace and strength for those around you. And this is where the importance of your family comes in, of the bonds you share with those you love. Your family is the most precious treasure you possess, and it is one of the reasons why you seek this inner strength. You know that by taking care of yourself, you are also taking care of them. Every time you become stronger, you have more to offer your family, more love, more peace, more security. Family is something sacred, a gift that needs to be cared for and protected every day. It is the foundation that gives your life meaning, that makes the effort worthwhile. In a family, each member has an important role, a unique function. They all depend on each other, and each contributes to the harmony and strength of the home. When you value your family, when you dedicate your time, your love, your attention, you are building a firm foundation, a spiritual fortress where everyone can feel safe and secure. And this foundation is built in the little things. Sometimes, in the most ordinary moments, in the simple things of everyday life, lie the greatest opportunities to strengthen these bonds. Every gesture of affection, every word of encouragement, every attitude of understanding is a brick you lay in this construction. It's these small details that make the difference, that create a peaceful environment where everyone feels welcomed and valued. By choosing to act with love, by valuing the time you spend with your family, you are investing in something that no material good can replace. You are creating memories, you are strengthening bonds that are eternal. These moments you share are treasures that no one can take away from you, they are memories that will last forever. And that's what really matters, knowing that you're doing your best to take care of those you love, that you're building a home where everyone can find peace and support. Also know that difficulties don't have to be seen as threats to family peace. They can actually be opportunities to strengthen bonds, to grow together, to learn to value what you have even more. When a family faces challenges together, each obstacle becomes a chance to become stronger, to learn together, to support each other. Problems, however big they may seem, can be overcome when there is unity, when everyone is committed to maintaining peace and love within the home. In difficult times, family support becomes even more important. It is in these moments that the true essence of each person is revealed, that patience, understanding and forgiveness are put to the test. And I want you to know, son, that these moments are not meant to discourage you, but to strengthen you. They are an invitation for you to grow even closer, to discover the value of true love and sincere support. It's a time to remember that, whatever happens, you have each other. When you strengthen these bonds, you are creating a buffer around your family. Every gesture of love, every word of support, every prayer made by those you love is a layer of security, it's a barrier that prevents difficulties from destroying the peace of the home. And I want you to see how important it is to pray for your family, to put every worry, every hope in my hands. Because when you pray, you are creating a solid spiritual foundation, a protection that goes beyond what any physical effort can offer. Prayer is a powerful weapon against everything that tries to disturb the home. It drives away what is negative, protects against what tries to divide, brings peace to everyone's heart. Prayer is a gift you can give your family every day, and it's a gift that is priceless. When you give yourself in prayer, you are strengthening not only yourself, but also those who share your life with you. You are creating an environment where peace can reign, where harmony can grow. Son, what I want you to understand is that true security, true peace, does not come from what is external, but from what is built internally. The strength of a family, the peace of a home, are not in the things you can touch or see. They are in attitudes, in daily choices, in the decision to love, to forgive, to value every moment. When you choose to act with love, you are protecting your home, you are creating an environment where everyone can feel safe and loved. If this message has touched your heart, if you have felt that these words have brought you some peace, share this light with others. I know that the world doesn't always seem easy, and the challenges you face can often seem more than you can bear. But I want you to be sure of one thing, you are not alone. Standing firm in prayer and trust is what strengthens you, and I'm by your side every step of the way. This journey you're on requires steadfastness, and I know it doesn't always seem simple. But know that every time you turn to me, even when your heart is heavy, you find a strength that nothing can bring down. The enemy, son, is cunning. He observes where your weaknesses are, he tries to touch your insecurities, he tries to infiltrate your thoughts to take away your peace. Sometimes he approaches in such a subtle way that, without vigilance, he can appear harmless. But you need to understand that it uses every opportunity, every little gap, to sow doubt, confusion and fear. And he acts where he thinks he can take you away from what matters, which is your faith, your peace, and your connection with me. That's why I say to you, stand firm in prayer. Prayer is your shield, it is your support, it is the channel that strengthens you to recognize these subtleties of the enemy and resist them. When you pray, son, you're not just asking for help or answers, you're strengthening your spirit, you're creating a spiritual barrier around you that protects you from every negative influence. Prayer is your dialogue with me, and in it you find the strength to face everything that tries to disturb you. And this prayer, child, is not a simple ritual. It must come from the heart, with sincerity, with the surrender of one who trusts, of one who truly seeks this inner strengthening. Even if your words are few, even if sometimes you don't know what to say, the important thing is that you remain faithful in this moment of surrender. For I know all your needs, all your struggles, and it is this constant faith that keeps you strong and makes you unshakable. Your home, child, must be a reflection of my presence. The house you live in is your refuge, the place where you should always find peace and security. And for this environment to truly be a shelter, I need to be in every corner, in every gesture, in every word. When you invite my presence into your home, when you make your home a place of prayer, of peace, of respect, the enemy finds no space. Because he can't resist the light, he can't resist the peace that my presence brings. Every space in your home must reflect this security, this serenity that comes from me. And you can do this with simple attitudes, with gestures that bring peace and harmony to the environment. This starts with respect, with love between those who share this home, with prayer that uplifts the environment. These small attitudes drive away what is negative and create an environment where the enemy cannot stay. And when your home is a place of peace, your own life becomes more peaceful, more protected. The security you find in your home reflects the peace you carry in your heart. So, child, protect this environment, cherish every moment of harmony, of prayer, of union that you have with those you love. Every time you do this, you are strengthening your home against everything that tries to disturb this peace. And to maintain this peace, your faith is your anchor, your support in times of difficulty. Faith is what keeps you firm, what helps you face what seems impossible. Faith, son, is not just a feeling, it is a decision, a choice to trust even when everything seems difficult, to believe that I am by your side even when the situations around you say otherwise. Faith is what keeps you going, it's what gives you the strength you need to face every obstacle that comes your way. This faith is what helps you maintain spiritual vigilance. Because the enemy, son, doesn't just attack when you're weak. He approaches even when you are strong, trying to create doubts, trying to take away your peace. And you always have to be on your guard, always prepared, because he acts in the little things, in the gaps he finds. Spiritual vigilance is what helps you to perceive these small influences, it's what keeps you alert so that you don't let anything negative take away your peace. Being vigilant means staying in prayer, it means not letting negative thoughts dominate your heart, it means always seeking peace and serenity, even in difficult times. The enemy does not resist those who remain calm, those who stand firm. He feeds on confusion, anger, and fear. But when you remain at peace, when you choose to trust, he finds no room to act. And it's important that you constantly prepare yourself, like a soldier preparing for battle. Because life, son, is a daily battle, where each day brings new challenges, new struggles. But you are not alone in this battle. I am by your side, and your faith is what helps you overcome every obstacle. And it is this preparation, this constant vigilance, that makes you strong, that helps you face everything that comes your way. This spiritual preparation, son, is what keeps you safe. It is made up of prayer, faith, and love. It's a daily construction, a choice you make to stand firm, to allow nothing to take you away from me. When you choose this preparation, when you decide to strengthen your faith and your peace, you are building a protection around your life, a barrier against everything that tries to disturb you. Son, I want you to know that I am with you, that I never leave you alone. Even when the challenges seem too great, even when life seems difficult, I am by your side. And it is this trust that must guide you, that must strengthen your heart. Because this trust is your greatest strength, it's what keeps you going, it's what helps you face anything. And I say to you, son, stay in prayer, keep your faith, always be vigilant. Because every time you do this, you are protecting everything that is important to you. You are creating an environment of peace and protection, you are strengthening your life against everything that tries to steal your peace. Pay attention to every blessing in your life, every little gift you've been given. Every good thing you have, every moment of peace, every loved one, every achievement and even the challenges you overcome, are all part of a greater work. These blessings did not come about by chance, they were carefully placed in your life, one by one, so that you could grow, mature and become stronger. They represent my love, care and protection for you. The blessings you have, son, are unique and precious, and I want you to understand the importance of treasuring them. Life can often lead you to get distracted, to look away from what really matters. The pressures of everyday life, the challenges, the difficulties, all of this can make you forget what is essential, what really brings peace and joy to your heart. But I want you to stop for a moment and realize that the blessings around you are living proof that you are never alone. They are gifts that sustain you, that bring meaning and that deserve to be protected with all your heart. Appreciating these blessings is an act of gratitude, and gratitude is a powerful force that transforms your life. When you focus on what you have, when you appreciate every little thing that comes your way, your heart fills with peace and you begin to see the world through different eyes. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin to recognize the abundance of everything you already have. And this attitude of gratitude protects you against discouragement, fear and hopelessness, because it strengthens your heart and reminds you that there is always reason to believe. By valuing what you have, you also protect these blessings from the distractions that try to take your focus away from what is important. Distractions, son, often come in subtle ways. They can come in the form of worries, negative thoughts, comparisons with the lives of others. And, without realizing it, you start to look away, you start to feel dissatisfied, you start to lose the peace you've gained. But I want you to know that every time you choose to value what you have, you are pushing these distractions away, you are choosing to stay on the path of peace and joy. These distractions, son, try to take your eyes off what is true, what really strengthens you. They try to make you forget what you already have, trying to convince you that happiness lies in something you don't yet have or that isn't yours. But happiness, peace, are not in what is fleeting, they are in your heart, they are in your ability to value and take care of the blessings that are right next to you. It is this attitude of recognition and gratitude that maintains your peace and protects everything that is important to you. Son, I want you to understand that the peace you feel, the happiness you experience, do not depend on what you have or don't have. They depend on your choice to keep your heart calm, to focus on what really matters, to value what life has already given you. By doing this, you are strengthening your life, you are creating a solid foundation where the enemy cannot penetrate. For the enemy, child, takes advantage of the dissatisfactions, comparisons and distractions that try to steal the peace that I have placed in your heart. When you choose to strengthen your life through gratitude, when you decide to protect your blessings, the enemy has no chance of taking away your peace. Because your faith becomes stronger, your confidence becomes unshakable, and you begin to see what really matters. Every time you choose gratitude, every time you appreciate what you already have, you are building a barrier against everything that tries to steal your happiness. To maintain this peace, son, to protect these blessings, you need to continually strengthen yourself. This means that, day after day, you must renew your faith, you must feed your spirit, you must maintain your connection with me through prayer. Prayer is the key to this strengthening, because it keeps your heart at peace, it reminds you of what is important, it protects you against everything that tries to divert your gaze from the path of peace. I want you to see prayer as a moment of renewal. Every time you pray, you are strengthening your life, you are renewing your strength, you are recovering the peace that may have been lost throughout the day. And that prayer, son, doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be sincere, it just needs to come from the heart, it just needs you to open up to me with trust, handing over every concern, every thought, every emotion. By doing this, by maintaining this closeness to me, you are creating a protection around you, a spiritual barrier that keeps you safe, that strengthens you. For I am always by your side, and every time you turn to me, you are renewing this connection, you are strengthening your spirit, you are creating a solid foundation where nothing can take away your peace. This continuous strengthening is necessary because, like a soldier preparing for battle, you too must always be ready. The enemy tries to act on distractions, tries to take your focus away, tries to make you forget what really matters. But when you are prepared, when you are strengthened, when you keep your heart at peace, he doesn't find loopholes, he doesn't find room to act. And this preparation, son, is not something you do just once, it is constant, it must be renewed every day. Because every day brings new challenges, new distractions, new opportunities for strengthening. When you choose to maintain this preparation, when you decide to protect your blessings, you are building a life of peace, a life where the enemy finds no space, a life where you can live with serenity and confidence. I want you to know that every time you strengthen yourself, every time you value your blessings, you are creating protection not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. Because your peace, your trust, your love are reflected in the people who share your life. When you choose peace, when you choose gratitude, you are spreading this light to everyone, you are creating an environment where everyone can feel this serenity. This choice, child, is an act of love, an act of care, an act of trust. Because you know that by protecting your blessings, by keeping your heart at peace, you are taking care of what is most important, you are taking care of your own life, you are taking care of what truly brings happiness. This protection, this peace, does not depend on the circumstances around you. It comes from your heart, from your faith, from your decision to value every little blessing. I am the one who is looking after you, looking after your needs, even when you can't see it. There is a divine providence that often works silently, moving in the midst of every struggle, every challenge, every difficulty. My care for you is constant, it knows no pause and no weariness. While you sleep, while you face your day, I am always preparing the way, making sure that, in the midst of the battles that arise, you are never helpless. Sometimes you may feel like you're carrying a heavy burden or that you're facing a situation where you can't see a solution. But I want you to understand that even when everything seems difficult and uncertain, I am by your side, guiding your steps and directing your path. Trust in my providence, son. Trust that, even if you can't see it now, the care I have for you is greater than any difficulty. And every struggle that arises has a purpose, which you can understand a little more each day. In order to face life's challenges, it is essential that you seek wisdom, because it will be a light in the midst of the decisions you need to make. This wisdom is not the fruit of intelligence or knowledge of the world, but a gift that I give to those who ask me with an open heart. When you seek wisdom from me, you are protecting yourself from impulsive choices, from the negative influences that try to divert you from the path I have prepared. Knowing how to distinguish what is really important, what is lasting and what brings true peace, is one of the greatest gifts I can give you. So whenever you need to make a decision, first of all, come to me, talk to me. Ask for this clarity, and I will give you the understanding you need. For this wisdom to grow in you, it is essential that you strengthen your communication with me. I want you to understand that our relationship is something that is built, and that the strongest way to maintain that bond is through prayer and studying the word I have left you. The Bible is not just a book, it is my voice speaking directly to your heart, bringing teachings, answers, and consolation. When you read it with a sincere heart, the words come to life, and you begin to understand what I need you to know in order to move forward firmly, securely. If something is troubling you, if you need direction or answers, turn to this guide. There are the truths that never fail, the promises I always keep, and the comfort that no other place can offer. Every word I've left there is designed to strengthen you, so that you can see beyond what's happening now and realize that there's a greater purpose behind everything. And I want you to know that I will never leave you helpless. Whenever you look for these words, there you will find a path, an answer, a certainty that will help you move forward. No matter the size of the difficulty you face, the Bible will always be the support that will help you get up and move forward with confidence. In addition to my word, I also use other people to help and guide you. There are allies on your path, true friends who I have placed by your side to protect you, to offer a friendly shoulder, a word of support, sincere advice. These allies are gifts that I place in your life at the right times, and I want you to be attentive to recognizing them. They won't always arrive as you expect. Often, they may come unexpectedly, in the middle of a simple conversation, in a piece of advice that touches your heart. Be open to recognizing these gifts, because they are part of my care for you. When you realize that these people are by your side, giving you the support you need, listen to them, trust them, know that it is through them that I also express my love for you. True friends, those who help you grow, mature, and strengthen your faith, are gifts that should be valued and acknowledged. And whenever you need help, never hesitate to seek them out, because they are my instruments for strengthening your life. Son, I know that sometimes it can be difficult to recognize who these allies are, because not everyone around you has the same purpose or shares the same faith. But this is where the discernment that comes from the wisdom I give you comes in. Ask for this wisdom to see who really helps you to grow, who encourages you to be closer to me, and who is by your side just to distract or divert you. With this wisdom, you will have the necessary understanding to choose with whom you will share your life, with whom you will share your struggles and joys, because these choices directly influence your journey. Trusting in my providence, strengthening your communication with me, studying my word, having the wisdom to discern the influences around you, and recognizing the allies I have placed in your life are all elements that will protect and guide you at every moment. These are the foundations that will give you the strength you need to face each day with faith and courage, knowing that you are protected by my care. By following these steps, son, you will be building a life of peace, where the enemy will not find gaps to act, where distractions and negative influences will not be able to take away your focus. Because when your faith is solid, when your trust in me is unshakable, no obstacle, no challenge, will be able to take away your peace. Learn to recognize and celebrate every small victory you achieve. Often, in the routine of everyday life, you can feel overwhelmed by challenges and difficulties. It's easy to let these moments overshadow the achievements which, however small they may seem, are just as significant. Every step you take towards what is good and positive should be celebrated, because these victories represent your growth and the way you are strengthening yourself. Every small advance you make, whether at work, in relationships, or even in your spiritual life, is a vital part of the process of protection you are building around yourself. Imagine your home as a fortress, where each victory is a stone that strengthens the walls, making it a safe space full of light. Recognizing these victories is like adding an extra layer of protection to your spirit and your home. They are reminders that you are moving in the right direction, that your actions have value, and that what you do on a daily basis counts. When you celebrate victories, even the simplest ones, you are exercising gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that transforms your perspective and helps you stay focused on what really matters. By giving thanks, you open yourself up to receiving even more blessings, because you begin to see the world in a way that allows good to enter your life more easily. This practice of celebrating, of valuing what you have already achieved, creates an atmosphere of positivity around you, and this attracts good things to you. Think about the small victories in your daily life, being able to finish a task that seemed difficult, dedicating quality time to your family, staying calm in a stressful situation, or even taking a moment to connect with me in prayer. These achievements are cornerstones in building a full and secure life. When you celebrate them, you are recognizing the work you do and the importance of each small step you take. What's more, celebrating your victories is also a way of acknowledging my presence and my help in your life. With every achievement, no matter how small, remember that I am with you, guiding your actions and supporting your efforts. It is a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles, and that each victory is evidence of my love and care for you. This recognition creates an even deeper connection between us, where you can feel my presence in every moment and in every achievement. Another reason why it's vital to celebrate victories is because it strengthens your confidence. Often, you may feel insecure or question your abilities. However, by looking back and recognizing everything you've already achieved, you can remind yourself of your value, your capabilities, and the potential you have to keep moving forward. This confidence is a powerful weapon against the enemy who tries to put doubts in your mind, making you believe that you are not capable. By celebrating your victories, you remind yourself that you are strong, that you have overcome challenges, and that you can face whatever lies ahead. In times of difficulty, this confidence becomes a valuable resource. When you remember your past victories, the battles you've already won, you become stronger to face new challenges. Instead of letting discouragement get the better of you, you can look back and see how many times you've picked yourself up. This becomes motivation to keep fighting, to persist even when the road seems arduous. The faith and confidence you build through celebrating victories becomes a shield against life's difficulties. Son, it's also important to remember that victories are not just individual. Sometimes it's easy to think that your achievements don't affect others, but that's not true. Every victory you win is an opportunity to celebrate with those you love. Share your achievements, however small, with your family and friends. By doing so, you not only strengthen the bonds that unite you, but also inspire those around you to recognize their own victories. This exchange of joy and celebration creates a healthy, loving environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to move forward. So throughout your day, look for moments to celebrate. It could be a simple, "I did it," after finishing a task, or a special time with your family when you share your joys. Don't underestimate the power of these small celebrations. They are the light that illuminates your path, a fuel that helps you keep moving forward. Also, when celebrating victories, be aware that it is also an act of faith. When you acknowledge what you have already achieved, you are affirming that you believe in more victories to come. This attitude of faith is a powerful testimony that you trust in my providence and my plan for your life. When you live with this expectation, you open the door for me to work in your life in surprising ways. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's normal to go through periods when it seems like nothing is going right. At such times, remembering to celebrate what has already been achieved can be a powerful antidote against demotivation and discouragement. It's like a reminder that life is made up of cycles and that each cycle brings its own opportunities. The victories you celebrate today are the foundations on which you will build your future. By valuing what you have already achieved, you create a solid foundation for new dreams, new aspirations, and new conquests. So, as you walk through this life, don't forget to appreciate every step you take, every small achievement. With every victory, big or small, you are getting closer to what you really want and deserve. And to close, reflect on the transformative power of forgiveness in your life. Forgiveness is not just a choice, but an act of liberation that allows you to leave behind the weight of resentment. Often, resentment becomes a heavy burden that you carry without realizing it. This weight can affect not only your mind, but also your body and spirit. By not forgiving, you create a barrier that prevents peace from entering your life. Imagine it as a blockage that prevents light from entering a dark space. When you decide to forgive, you are opening the windows and allowing light to enter, bringing warmth and clarity to your interior. Forgiving is an act of courage and strength. It's easy to feel hurt and want to hold on to grudges, but the real power lies in letting go of those chains. By releasing resentment, you are not only freeing the other person, but also yourself. It's an act that brings relief and healing, allowing your soul to breathe again. Forgiveness makes room for inner peace, creating an environment where you can feel safe and secure. When you choose to forgive, you create a space in your heart for love and compassion, and this is fundamental for your spiritual protection. Furthermore, it's important to know that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It's a recognition that, although something may have caused you pain, you choose not to allow it to control your life. Forgiveness is a conscious choice to free yourself from what binds you to the past, so that you can move forward with more lightness and joy. This not only transforms your life, but also reflects on your relationships with others, creating a more harmonious environment around you. When you forgive, you show others the way to reconciliation, and this becomes a powerful act of love and understanding. To strengthen this practice of forgiveness, incorporate actions that create a safe environment full of my presence in your life. Daily spiritual practices are essential for cultivating peace and divine protection. Set aside time every day for prayer, not only individually, but also as a family. When you pray together, you are building stronger bonds and sharing blessings. Prayer has the power to unite hearts, and this creates a sacred space where love and peace can flourish. Another powerful practice is reading Bible verses. The written word brings wisdom and comfort. By reading the Bible, you not only connect with me, but you also nourish yourself spiritually. Choose a verse that speaks to your heart and reflect on it throughout the day. This will help keep your mind focused on good things and on my protection. You can share these readings as a family, discussing what you each learned and how you can apply it to your lives. Son, I want you to consider an additional practice. After the prayer and reading, take a moment to reflect on what you want to release. Do this in a quiet environment where you can concentrate. It could be a conversation with a loved one, where you express your pain and seek understanding, or even a moment of silent meditation. Connect with me in this moment, asking for help to forgive and free yourself from the ties that bind you. In this context, I want to invite you to get even more involved. If you feel the importance of this message, write the word "light" in the comments. By doing so, you are not only attracting good luck, but also committing yourself to bringing this light into your life and the lives of others. This word symbolizes the clarity and peace that forgiveness can bring, illuminating the path ahead of you. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Your participation is essential, and together we can grow in faith and love. Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and leave your like so that more people can be reached by this light. Now, son, let's say a short prayer together. Close your eyes and feel my presence beside you. Dear God, I thank you for every day and for every opportunity to grow and learn. Help me to forgive those who have hurt me, and to free myself from the weight of resentment. May I create a safe environment full of your presence in my life and in my home. Strengthen my faith, so that I can always remember the power of love and forgiveness. Amen. Remember, child, that every small step you take towards forgiveness and peace is a step towards a fuller and more protected life. By opening yourself to this light, you are aligning yourself with my will and allowing my presence to work in your life in wonderful ways.